Hey YouTube, I am back with my official 1-month Loc'd update. So if you've been following me on social media, my Snapchat or my Instagram, I've been posting periodically about my hair. And over the course of this month, it's been pretty seamless. There have been a few times where I'm like, what the heck am I gonna do with my hair? I had a lot of TV stuff going on, so I was just trying to find ways to cover up my hair, because at one point it started to get really frizzy where it was just like, okay, I can't go on TV looking like this. So I've been wearing a lot of head scarves, and it's actually been really fun. I do realize that I need to get some more fabrics and longer fabrics so I could really go in on my head tying, my scarf tying. But I think I've done a pretty good job so far. Let's talk about my hair. Guys, I mean, wow, the length. Can we talk about the growth though? Like from day 1 to month 1, my hair has grown so much. I'm like, what? And I guess I didn't notice because I literally have had it down in a scarf, in a satin scarf, like basically from the time it started to frizz out of control to me going to the salon yesterday and getting my locks done, retwisted, my first retwist. What she did was a touch-up. So at New Wave Cultural Creation Salon, which is where I started my locks, they have a touch-up system, which is basically they have this antiseptic solution that actually felt amazing on my hair, on my scalp. They just put the antiseptic solution throughout my scalp, rubbed my scalp, lifted the buildup, and that was it. Simple process. I noticed over the course of the month that I didn't have a lot of buildup, so I wasn't concerned about not getting a full wash. And I asked Derma, and she said, no, you don't have a lot of buildup at all. So that wasn't really a problem for me in this month, which I'll get into. And so we got in the chair, and I'm like, do you see my parts? Is it gonna be okay? And she's like, it'll be fine. Yes, I see your parts. And it was a pretty simple process. She just retwisted it. As you can see, it looks great, in my opinion. Pretty straightforward. My hair has grown significantly from day 1 to month 1. I don't know, I was just a little surprised at the length. I mean, my hair frizzed out so quickly only because my hair grew so quickly. Maybe it's because I left alone. Let me get into what I've been experiencing for this whole month. My do-rag, it's like a girl do-rag. It's like a nice satin silky do-rag. It doesn't have the mesh hole, so it really helps with defrizzing or controlling frizz, and it's large enough that it covers everything, and it's very, ooh, smells good. It's very nice. I like it. Got off Amazon Prime, y'all. This is what I wear if I'm in the house or in the hotel rooms or at sound check, rehearsal, whatever. This is on my head. Yeah, maybe under a hat or a cute little head scarf, but it's on my head now. It helps prevent with lint, and if you have a pet hair, and just the elements outside, pollen. I suffer with allergies as well, so I take precautionary measures when it comes to me being outside in general. The first week, I didn't have any problems. It was laid like this, you know, super fresh, kept it wrapped up, wrapped it at night. Only thing I would make sure to do is when I was removing my makeup for the day, I would make sure to wash out the makeup off the perimeter of my locks, whether it have been with a makeup wipe or with a cotton pad and a little bit of, you know, I would use maybe a little rose water, witch hazel that I use on my face, or just the makeup wipe itself, and just kind of rub, because I get makeup it's unavoidable. There's no way you can avoid not getting makeup on, you know, the baby hairs, because it's right onto your face. So as I'm putting the foundations and the banana powder and the highlight and the contour, all that stuff is just brushing up against my hair. So I make sure I remove that makeup out of the perimeter, which is very important for preventing buildup. So that's one thing to always think of, ladies, is to make sure you're being mindful of that so you don't get flakiness and buildup into the perimeter of your locks. 10 days in was when I started to notice a little activation. I would just notice like locks would just start to do this. Just this, just sticking up, and I'd just be like, can you? But they start to move about. I also noticed a little bit of frizziness started to increase. Like I think 10 days in, I decided to hop in the shower without my head covered just to get some moisture flowing through my hair. And once I made that decision, my locks said, we can do this now. So that's when they were like, oh, well, there's no turning back, and they basically started to go off and do their own thing. I was having a little bit of minimal itching around that time too, which is why I think I uncovered my hair in the shower to get some moisture and to hopefully soothe my hair, soothe my scalp. And what I ended up doing was taking that same witch hazel that had the rose water in it, putting on a cotton pad and just kind of doing this to the scalp. Not rubbing, you know, just dabbing it onto the parts of my scalp that I felt were very itchy. And it worked. I mean, it immediately soothed the itch and the irritation, and that's all I had to do. I only had to do that a couple times over the course of the month. And it was an easy solution to my itching problem. I didn't really put anything into my hair until about 2.5 weeks in. I was around the 2-week mark, I started to put a little bit of water in my hair. Like I would just, in the shower, I would not necessarily go like that. I didn't go underneath the faucet or go underneath the shower head. I would just kind of let my water come from my hands. Wet hands, just going like this. No rubbing, no just, you know, okay, let's get some moisture, and that was it. Now, I stopped doing that because depending on where you are, the water is going to be different. pH balance is going to be different. The amount of minerals will be different. The amount of iron, all this stuff that's in water. Is there iron? All the elements aren't going to be the same. So I noticed that in some places I put the water in my hair, because mind you, like I said, I'm traveling. So in certain countries, the water is really hard, and in certain other places, the water is extremely soft. So that's something to be mindful of, and to notice the water in your household where you live. Do I have hard water? Do I have soft water? Are there minerals in the water? Is this water actually stripping the minerals out of my hair and the moisture out of my hair? So because of that, I actually bought 2 things that actually work perfectly for me. Mind you, everybody is different. Everybody chemistry is different. We are susceptible to certain things and not to others. So you got to do what's best for you. This is just what works for me. So I say this as a disclaimer. Just because this works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You're going to have to do your own research and do your own trial and error to figure out what works. This works. Rose water, aloe vera hydra mist. This stuff is my favorite. The aloe vera hydra mist is bae. This is also bae number 2. Now, all I do is, this is about 2.5 weeks in, I'll be like, my hair feels a little dry. And paying special attention to the parts where I felt were a little itchy that needed some irritation soothing. So back here I was especially mindful. Over here I was especially mindful. And that's it. That's it. It literally, this one actually says soothing for dry and itchy scalp with vitamin C, 100% pure and natural. It does not contain any fragrances, colors, alcohol. It's pretty straightforward, and the rose water is as well. It's nice. It just kind of refreshes the hair. Mind you, I wasn't looking for anything but to put moisture back and to soothe irritation. So that was 2.5 weeks in, and I did that throughout the rest of the month. My hair really, really started to frizz out of control. wow, I'd say about 3 weeks, it was no turning back. By 3 weeks, it was headscarves, headscarves, headscarves. And also the juxtaposition of having a face beat to the gods and then my hair looking like Samuel L. Jackson and Black Snake Moan just wasn't working for me. So I really had to do something, guys. I had to do something. A lot of loose hairs. I would just wake up and be like, where does this go? Does this go in this lock? Does it go in this lock? Because just loose hairs everywhere. So my hair was just activating and I thought it was kind of cool. I honestly didn't mind it. Like I said, I kept my hair wrapped most of the time anyway, so it wasn't like it was a big deal. And that's a part of the process, is just letting go. You can't have all these expectations about what your hair is going to be like because you have absolutely no idea what your hair is going to be like. It's going to do whatever the heck it wants to do, and you're going to have to be okay with it. My personality, I like to be in control of things. I like to know what's coming. I don't like surprises. I'm not that patient, so this is a whole new lifestyle for me as far as just letting go and going with the flow. I go with the flow in a lot of different ways, but when it comes to appearance in my hair and stuff, I like to kind of be the captain of that, obviously. I want to be able to control this. And the fact that my hair is like, well, I'm gonna be like this today, tomorrow I'm gonna be like that, the next day I'm gonna be like, who knows? I never know what's happening. So that's kind of cool. I'm just kind of like, it's whatever, do what you want. I did notice that I kind of have more locks on this side than this side. Like I have a couple more, like maybe 1 or 2 more locks here than I have here. So maybe next time I go to the salon, I'll mention that to Shekinah, who started my locks, and maybe have her combine just 2 locks so we can kind of be symmetrical here. That's the only thing that I may consider doing. I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna have her do it, but that's basically it. I've had no really negative comments about my hair. Actually, one lady said my hair looked like worms. Let's just say she wasn't black. And then she tried to say it was a compliment. But anyway, besides that, I've basically had, positivity. A lot of people are like, wow, when your hair lasts, it's gonna look so beautiful, it's gonna look great, da 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 da. So those comments are always supportive. It's so exciting because I literally have no idea what it's gonna turn into. I just have to be, open to whatever it's gonna be, because you can't have expectations or compare yourself to other people or say, oh, my hair's gonna look like that, because you actually don't know what your hair's gonna be like. So I'm really excited. Comment, rate, subscribe. Wait, do you rate on YouTube? I'm just trying to think of what every other girl says at the end of their videos. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please comment below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave me a comment, question, concern, whatever you want to do. I love hearing your experiences. I've been reading comments below and responding to your experience with locks or anything you might want me to touch on. That's great. My next video will be a month from now, which will be my 2nd month Loc'd update, 2nd retwist experience, things that I've discovered between month 1 and month 2. So what changes, what discoveries, experience I've had in that period of time. And I look forward to that. In the meantime, I'm just going to be stunning with this hair. The length is lit, you know what I'm saying? I have a little hang time, just slight, very slight, guys. Use your magnifying glass. There's a little hang time there. Yeah, follow me on social media. I post there quite often. You can see much more of what's going on with my hair there. My Instagram is @Kris Bliss. My Snapchat is Kris Brooks 22, I believe. And shoot me a message there as well. Let's engage in conversation. Just don't message me anything crazy. And yeah, that's basically that, guys. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!